West Ham United's final pre-season friendly before we face Portsmouth in the Carabao Cup at the London Stadium takes us to Germany, where we face 1FC Magdeburg. This is a club with a wild history, a European trophy, one of the loudest fan bases in Germany, and there is a historical link to our very own West Ham United. In this video, we're going to dive into who Magdeburg are, their formation, their stadium, their golden era, key players, modern squad, and also the forgotten European clash between Magdeburg and West Ham. So let's get straight into it. Now, Magdeburg officially became 1FC Magdeburg on the 21st of December 1965, but football in the city dates back to 1896. They have evolved through several clubs, Victoria 96, Eintracht Südenberg, and 𝕄𝕒𝕘𝕕𝕣𝕘, before East Germany reorganised football into specialist clubs. Magdeburg were chosen as a flagship team for the region, and within a decade of their formation, they became one of the best sides in East German football. Now, before we go any further, if you appreciate the content here on the West Ham Massive, it would do us a huge favour if you could just drop a like on the stream and give us a hype if you have one available. This is what pushes the YouTube algorithm into moving this content out to places it otherwise might not reach. Get your comments in the section below as well. Share this onto your social media platforms. And last but by no means least, if you're not already subscribed to the West Ham Massive, if you could take out your mobile device and scan that QR code that's in the top left-hand corner, that will take you to our YouTube subscription page. Subscribing to the channel is free, data safe, takes a couple of seconds of your time, and it helps to grow the channel into something bigger and better than what it is as you currently find it. Come and join us on the journey, and as always, we thank you very much indeed for your support in this matter. So let's get straight back into it. Now, if we look at the stadium that they play in currently, they play at the Avnet Arena, which was formerly known as the MDCC Arena. The capacity for football in this ground is 30,098 spectators and was opened in 2006. The atmosphere in this stadium is known as one of the loudest in Eastern Germany, with their ultras occupying Block U, and they are famous for their noise and atmosphere generation. Before 2006, they played in the ℎ𝕒𝕒𝕘𝕕𝕖𝕗 Stadion, which was a classic Cold War concrete bowl. So for West Ham United fans travelling over to the Avnet Arena for this friendly, you need to expect a proper cauldron of atmosphere. Now, I mentioned earlier about a golden era. The 1970s were Magdeburg's peak years, and this is demonstrated by their achievements with 3 East German titles, 7 East German Cups. However, their golden hour came in the 1974 European Cup Winners' Cup. They faced AC Milan and beat them by a scoreline of 2-0. They are and remain the only East German club to have ever won a major European trophy. This is their equivalent of our own 1965 European Cup Winners' Cup win. So this trophy is a huge part of both of our identities. Now, let's mention some of the legendary managers that Magdeburg have had through the years. Heinz Krügl was the architect of that aforementioned golden era. Following his retirement, he was followed by Klaus Urbanchik, who kept Magdeburg competitive after Krügl left town. And also a former player then became their manager, Joachim Streich. He was East Germany's greatest striker, and he became Magdeburg's manager for a period of time. If we mention some of their iconic players, Jürgen Sparwasser, he scored a famous winner for East Germany against West Germany in the 1974 World Cup, which was held and won by West Germany. Martin Hoffmann was an elite winger, and he was key to their European success. Wolfgang Seguin was a club legend, and he scored in that European Cup Winners' Cup final. And the aforementioned Joachim Streich, East Germany's all-time goal scorer. Now, after the reunification of East and West Germany following the fall of the Berlin Wall in the early 90s, Magdeburg struggled financially because state funding was cut off. They nearly went bankrupt. They dropped to the 4th tier of the German football pyramid, and they had to rebuild with youth players. But the fans stuck with them, and a revival started in 2015 when they were promoted to the 3rd tier of German tier. In 2018, they were then promoted to the 2nd tier. they had a little bit of a step back, but then in 2022, they were promoted to the second tier again. And from that point to this, they have stabilised as a competitive second tier club in Germany. So they're on a proper rebuild trajectory, I would hope. Now, Magdeburg play today a possession-heavy attacking brand of football, which is built around mobility, technical midfielders, and aggressive pressing. Their squad is young, energetic, and built for intensity. This is the perfect opposition for a championship team looking for a pre-season test. Enter West Ham United. Some of their key players I'm just going to name: Barış Atik, who is a German, although he has Turkish heritage, and he plays on the left wing. Dominic Reimann is their captain. Richmond Tachi, Daniel Heber, to name but a few. Here's the part that almost nobody knows. West Ham have already played Magdeburg in Europe. In 1965-66 European Cup Winners' Cup quarter-final, we faced off against one another. We were the defending champions of that competition, and we played a two-legger home and away. The first leg was at Upton Park. Johnny Byrne scored in the first minute of the second half, and we won the game 1-0 in front of 30,620 fans. Then came the second leg. In the 78th minute, with the scores 1-0 to West Ham on aggregate, Walter pops up and scores a goal that sends Magdeburg equalising on aggregate 1-0 on the night. However, 1 minute later, John Sissons scores to make it 1-1 on the night, 2-1 on aggregate, and West Ham win the tie by that scoreline in front of 35,000 fans. So this friendly isn't just a warm-up, it's a rematch 60 years in the making. Now, even if we compare their squad values between Magdeburg and West Ham, even despite our relegation, it's still fairly clear that in terms of value, in terms of transfer money that we've got available to us, we're still a far more valuable squad. But the gap is nowhere near Premier League level. So this is a much more balanced and competitive pre-season test, I believe, than it would have been had we still been a Premier League team. So that's it about the pre-season friendly against Magdeburg. I hope you appreciate the information that I've given you, and I've given you a little bit of a heads up on who we're facing. Now, if you have come this far, I really would appreciate it if you could drop a like on the stream. Give us a hype if you've got one available. Get your comments in the section below. Are you going to the game even? Or do you know anything as well about Magdeburg? Any little nuggets of information that you might be able to bring to the party? Share this on your social media platforms. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please get out your mobile device and scan that QR code in the top left-hand corner. That will take you to our YouTube subscription page. Subscribing is free, data safe, only takes a couple of seconds of your time, but it helps to grow the channel into something bigger and better than it is as you currently find it. As always, we appreciate your support in this. Come and join us on the journey. We'll see you again next time. Come on, you Irons.